In this video, we'll see in better detail the shadow phase. You already know that each turn is divided in the shadow phase first, and then the scout phase. So first of all, during the shadow phase, you have to rise the menace and the turn number, okay? First one starting. If it's the first turn, it goes to 1, okay. Then we have the shadow movements. So I put here on the board some shadow flips, some generation points of two kinds, some obstacles like coral bombs, dark conglomerate, or look strange, that is an obstacle only for shadows. Okay. And also I put some scouts and I created a little setup. Okay, so let's see the shadow movement. First of all, you have to determine where shadows move. So you have to get the gravity die. The gravity die basically has the alpha axis as a result, the omega axis, this one, as a result, or the double the omega axis, so 2 steps towards the omega axis, or this result that is movement towards scout if they are within 4 spaces, or towards omega, and the same towards alpha. So let's throw the die. Okay, I obtained, for example, movement towards scout, otherwise except omega. So I start for this quadrant, for example. This shadow, remember this, the omega axis is this one. This shadow so moves towards omega because the scout is far than 4 spaces. To count spaces is very simple. Start from the shadow and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces. Too much. So it moves towards omega. This shadow is already in this canal, this highway, okay, in the omega axis, so it goes straight towards the citadel. This one instead moves towards the scout, so it could move here or here, but it has to move toward omega, basically falling this way, okay, but it's your choice. So you move here. Then we have this that is already in a focal point, so inside this highway that is alpha, so it has towards to omega, it moves like this, okay. These shadows have to move towards omega, okay. This one is already in the omega, so you have to advance, okay, but there is a light stream tile. Each time a shadow should go over a light stream tile, instead is repelled and the light stream time is flipped to dim. If it has to move another time, for example in another turn, the light stream is destroyed and the shadow is still repelled. Okay, so this time only damages. No, there is nothing. Here, one movement towards omega. Okay, so that's, as you saw, easy. There are some, of course, some exceptions, some things to remember. So let's try again. Same result with change. Alpha. Okay, let's move towards alpha. Alpha is this one. So this is already, let's start with this. This one is already in the focal point, so it advances. This one have to go towards alpha, but there is a light stream, so it is repelled. This one, it's inside, advances. This one goes towards alpha. This one is inside omega, so already goes straight, it's repelled. This one is destroyed. And finally this one has to go towards alpha. Okay? As you can see in this movement, all shadows will converge towards the axis and go then into the citadel. Let's see some special cases. If a shadow enters the citadel, it damages it. It was incinerated by the light ring, okay, but it damages with 1 prosperity point. So the citadel is damaged. You have always to protect the citadel. If citadel prosperity points goes to 0, the mission is lost. Also the campaign is lost, basically, but you can redo the last mission, okay? Let's see now how shadow behave when they encounter obstacles. So, for example, a point of interest, the shadow goes over. Okay? Another shadow, there's a possibility, because maybe this one moved and this one have to move. In that case, it jumps. The same thing happens also, for example, if the shadow is here and I'm to move this way, it happens with color bones. It jumps. The same also happens with generation point. It jumps. Okay? So when it's round, basically it jumps. It's easy to remember. When it's flat, because it's something on the background, it goes over it. A land, it goes over. One cell, another cell. There is there is a umbra deposit, it goes over. Okay? Obstacles. We saw the scout movement with obstacles. These are dark conglomerates and are square background, so the shadow goes over normally. If a shadow was here and has to go in this direction, it jumps the color bone and goes over. Okay? When you don't know which shadow move first, remember to move first the shadows closest to the citadel and then the ones farther from the citadel. Then there is the rift. Because it's a rift, shadows can't move towards it. So if a shadow have to move this way, shadow can't and go around. So tries to follow the shortest path towards the citadel. So in this case, go around. Okay. Same happens with the lax trenches, because lax trenches are obstacles for shadows, but not for scouts. Lastly, the peak. The peak is similar to the rift. So obstacle both for shadow and character, but also blocks flying characters or shadows. Okay. So these are almost all the cases. You can find again some special cases. Just to cover it, there is a table on the rulebook that covers everything, so you can check the table in the case. But let's say, for example, this shadow has to move towards the scout, okay? But it's already towards the scout, so it doesn't move, simply. Okay, because it's already arrived. An important thing, maybe if you can remember, if you want, or you can check the rulebook anytime, if a shadow goes over a facility, you can't see that facility anymore, so the facility doesn't produce during the scout turn.